What's going on, guys? This is like the first episode of me building my car the rest of the way for Springfest. I'll show you the car. It's starting to rain, so I grabbed an umbrella. This is my 1997 Subaru Outback. It's already got BC Racing coilovers with shortened shocks, specifically because this is an Outback and it comes with a 3-inch body lift on it. I took the amber out of the headlights and refinished them. It's got JNC wheels on it. I do plan on getting some 3 pieces or at least a real set of wheels. I got an Energy hub, a short hub, and an Avenue Racing steering wheel, upgraded speakers, and upgraded radio, I guess. I have a custom unequal length headers and Gretty exhaust that is falling off currently. I'm pretty sure I ripped the bead on this tire when I put it on, so it goes flat pretty frequently. It's at 0 PSI right now, so I gotta air this tire up. Hello. So this is my first time starting the car in a while. It's probably gonna knock a little bit because Subaru things. Also, my first time driving with the steering wheel in the car. Let's see how it goes. Oh my. Okay, so pretty sure it's dead. So I'm gonna go get a jump box. I'll be right back. I got the jump box hooked up. Let's see if it starts. You ready? Oh, hello. Delicious. So it had a pretty rough startup, but I think it was just low oil pressure and obviously the belt from sitting so long. It still sounds pretty good, surprisingly. I remember it sounding a lot worse when I stopped driving it. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring it back to the shop now. So this has been my first time driving it since before winter time. It's now middle of June, June 13th to be exact. I don't have a horn, so I can't tell him to go, but he can if he wants to. It's kind of hot, so I'm gonna put the windows down. I don't have AC. The AC does work, but the clutch inside the compressor. I forgot the clutch. I forgot it was in first. I'm sorry. So a couple things wrong with this car that need to be fixed before any modifications happen is the axles and wheel bearings on all 4 corners. Completely garbage. I need to get, well, I mean, that's modifications, so it doesn't really count. It drives without replacing this, but I do need Swift springs. I scraped my V-band off on my muffler, so you'll probably hear that once or twice. My exhaust is about to fall off on the muffler. It also leaks everywhere on the engine, so I'm gonna pull the engine and build it basically. I also hit something on the highway and bent something pretty bad, so now my alignment's way off, towed out like a crow's foot. But other than that, it's pretty solid. So the AC works, but the clutch and the compressor went out. So I gotta replace the compressor, or I could probably send it to a shop to get rebuilt. That'd be cheaper. Oh, there, yep, there's the exhaust. There's the axle. So I think I figured out the reason why my car died. Something happened when I pulled off the airbag. These lights are staying on. So I wonder why that is. Well, either way, car's too low, even with the race ramps in the front. So I'm gonna have to jack it up with the jack. So found another set of race ramps. Let's see what happens when we go up. Maybe I'll crush something. No, we're good. Hello. Okay, so I had people come over and I didn't actually record anything. So my initial plan was to put these sway bar end links on and put my sway bar back on the rear, but I took it. So the reason I took it off was I was having a clunking noise, and this is just the old ones. They weren't the source of the problem, but they were bad. So I just ended up taking off the whole sway bar because each one of these is like $50. And so I was gonna put those on today, but I got distracted. And then I was also gonna roll the fenders, but I also got distracted again. What I ended up doing was I took the cat out and I made a very quick and poopy from the headers. This is my custom headers. They're specially made to sit pretty flush with the body, or with the frame. Comes off of there into here, and then this is like a bunch of different stuff all sandwiched together. I didn't have the right materials, and this was on the fly, so it's really the best we got. This was actually old intercooler piping that was, instead of made out of aluminum like it should be, it was made out of steel. And it goes into another mismatch of, it's like this part came from this flange, and then this flange is a completely different part that I welded here, and there were some ridiculous gaps that I had to like force to work. Like here, there was like probably half an inch gap here, and I just had to force it. So it's ugly and it's temporary, but it's nice and solid. I tested what it would sound like what the car sounded like with no muffler, with this on it. This is the piping left over from my old muffler. I had a HKS high power muffler on there, and I just cut that off. So I was like, if I ever wanted to have extra piping for another muffler, it's already the exact length for the hanger that's on the car and set at the exact angle that I want. I just have to find out where the muffler would sit and just bolt it on there. But this is my Gretty muffler with just that and without anything else on it. Literal garbage. Like, sounded like I'd get pulled over before I even got out of my neighborhood. So now what we're about to do, oh crap, I forgot to show you. So this is the flange that used to be, or not the flange, the V-band that used to be holding this part together right here. And obviously I've ground through it, so it no longer clamps. It no longer clamps here. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm lazy, I don't have the money right now, and I don't really feel like waiting, is I'm just gonna weld that together. Because if you look over here, I had a hard time finding finding a way to keep this up, because as you can see, it's all scraped all the way down. I had a hard time finding a way to keep it up. So what we did was we welded this to the frame. Not necessarily the best solution, but it works really well. So either way, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get this exhaust down, so I might as well make it easier on myself now and just weld that together, because again, I'm lazy even now, and I'd rather just deal with the problems later. So I'm gonna set up the camera and let you guys watch me weld this. I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Alright, so it's all welded up. When you shake the exhaust, the whole car shakes. Yeah, not gonna lie, that went really bad. I was expecting it to be just beautiful and wonderful, kind of like up here. I mean, that's not even that great, but you know, it's halfway decent. I don't really know what I was doing wrong, not gonna lie. If anybody wants to let me know in the comment section, please, by all means, let me know. I'd love to learn. Like I said, I'm an untrained professional, so. Remember to stay hydrated, because nothing's better than a YouTube video where a guy's working in 100-degree heat and acts like it doesn't bother him. I'm gonna clean up, bring the car down. I didn't really do literally anything that I planned on doing today besides its exhaust. I'm gonna get a couple exhaust clips, and then being that this is the first video, I'm gonna go over kind of what my plans are for this car. This is basically a series on building this car for Springfest in Virginia Beach next year. I'm gonna try to record almost everything that I do to it. That way I have something to look back on. Yeah, so I'm gonna get some clips of this exhaust. Let me know what you guys think of it. I think it's a little raspy. That's specifically why I didn't just cut the cat out or like gut it or whatever. I love the way the exhaust sounded before, but I just wanted a little more, a little louder. Yeah, worst case scenario, I don't like it, I can always just bolt the cat back on. Also, I did not cut this O2 sensor off. I do plan on putting a wideband and some gauges. This one does have an O2 sensor bung in it right here, so I can always put an O2 sensor in this one. I was lucky to find this. You know, I scavenged the shop for like an hour and some change just trying to find 2 flanges, and this one had an O2 sensor bung on it, so it was perfect. You know, worst case scenario, if I hate it or if y'all say that it's terrible, I can always go back if I really need to. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this car on the ground, and I'll take some exhaust clips and you guys can let me know what you think. Yeah, I got some scraping to do. I actually don't mind how it sounds. I'd love to take it on a ride. I'll probably take it on a ride after I close up the shop, but
let's go.
like my old exhaust was good. That's way more like throaty and punchy. Yeah, that sounds good. I think I might keep it like that. Except I think I hear an exhaust leak now. Did I blow out that gasket like just like that? quick, I want to go over a couple of things. So first, I'm definitely going to be doing a wideband and some sort of tuning. I haven't heard the videos yet. From inside the car, most of it sounds good. I can admit that when I let off of the gas, there is a little bit too much rasp that I don't really like hearing, but I'm going to wait it out. So, plans for the Subaru. Wheels, replace all the other suspension components, like the tie rods, lower control arm, like all that stuff. Paint and body. I'd like to do the paint and body myself, but there's one dent in the passenger A-frame, I think. Behind the passenger door, there's a pretty big dent that I might need to, hire somebody to fix. I'm gonna pull the engine, I'm gonna build it for boost. I don't know if I'm gonna boost it 100%, but I'm at least gonna build the bottom end to be able to hold boost. Pistons, rods, ARP head studs, like all that, because the engine leaks everywhere, so I need to reseal it anyway. So while I'm in there, I might as well rebuild the engine. Stage 2 clutch. I don't know what I'm doing with the transmission yet, because right now my gears are really short, and that's because the Outback is geared for more off-roading, not as much like commuting driving. And if I'm being honest, I would almost rather have longer gears for the time I'm daily, or not daily, but casual driving it, than having shorter gears. But I don't know, we'll see. That's down the road. Also, rear-wheel drive swap is a possibility. I'm replacing all the windows, JDM tail lights, gauge clusters, like the if I have boost, air fuel ratio, pull the headliner, redo the headliner, pull out the carpets, redo the carpets, maybe aftermarket seats. I'm not sure. That's a pretty big price tag, so I'm not really sure about that. I'm gonna paint the engine bay while the engine's out. Maybe look into like getting a tucked harness. I'm gonna try powder coating my intake manifold, like shaving and powder coating my intake manifold myself. Probably gonna end up going with a whole new exhaust system at some point, either custom made by me with like actual parts and actual effort, or something kind of crazy like a Tomei, or something that I know is gonna sound good and loud. That's not even everything that I could think of right now. I'm like I said, I'm tired. But I've written everything down that I want to do to the car, and I'll put it in I'll put everything typed out in the description if you really want to see all my plans, so that you know what to look forward to in the series. But stay tuned. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.